Come with me to travel to Africa. Good morning. Today my day started at 5 a.m. and I had to get ready to travel 21 hours as a passenger from Baltimore, Maryland to Djibouti, Africa. We ended up having to take ground transportation from Baltimore to IAD. The trip was about 2 hours. Then once we arrived to the airport, we had to check in and get our bags checked. Today we're flying on Ethiopian and they are notorious for losing our luggage, so fingers crossed everything makes it to our final destination. I've flown in and out of this airport plenty of times, but I've never actually been to Washington, D.C. There was this photo op with the Lincoln Memorial and the cherry blossoms, which I thought was super cute because I love pink. We made it to our gate and I had my first snack of the day. Then we boarded our first flight to Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. It was just over 12 hours. And they gave us this cute little toiletry bag when we got on the plane. I started this flight with the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. I know it's like a classic for our generation, but I've never actually seen it. About an hour into the flight, they served our first meal. I got fish with potatoes, couscous, and a blueberry cheesecake. Happy to report I loved the first movie. It was super cute. So then I watched the second one. And finally, nap time. About halfway through the flight, they woke us up for a snack. It was a turkey sandwich. I got Coke Zero and apple juice. Then I got a hot tea. I try to stay as hydrated as possible. It was time for a potty break, and when I came out of the lavatory, one of the flight attendants offered me and my coworker some traditional Ethiopian food. It was spicy but delicious. I slept for a little while longer, watched a few episodes of the Kids Baking Championship, and then it was time for breakfast. I had eggs with broccoli, tater tots, and sausage. Then we finally landed in Ethiopia. We had a bit of a tight connection, so we headed straight to the gate for our next flight. We took a bus out to the tarmac and boarded the plane. By this time, I had hit a wall. I was so exhausted. Thankfully, the flight was only a little over an hour. I took a quick nap, and before I knew it, we were finally landing in Djibouti after 21 hours. Our bags were some of the last ones to come out, so I was certain they were lost. But we finally got them. Then we had our ground transportation to the hotel, and here's where I pretend that I didn't just set up my camera to do this. Then it was immediately shower time. I could not get out of my uniform quickly enough. My plan was just to take a nap for a few hours and then maybe hang out with my coworkers, but joke's on me because I fell asleep and didn't wake up until 10 hours later. By the time I finally rose from the dead, it was midnight local time, so I watched some TV, ordered room service, and edited this video. Look how cute these little heart-shaped skewers were. And come back for part 2 if you want to see what I did with the rest of my time here. Okay, bye!